Hey there, good afternoon, and welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're back with our series today on day 25, April of 25, and this is my dynamic duo 25. This particular dynamic duo has to be in here, and for those of you who haven't been following and don't know what this is about, is I'm picking a lead vocalist who's a great frontman or a great vocalist or writes great music with a fantastic guitar player. Maybe he's the great lead guy, maybe he's the great rhythm guy, maybe he writes that fantastic music. And we're talking about these two guys, the guys from this band, the Rolling Stones. Yeah, I love both of these albums, and I think that people might say, well, you could have went with some of the other members, that the other guitar players in this band. Yeah, you could have went with Brian Jones or Mick Taylor or even Ronnie Wood, and you wouldn't be wrong with any of those either. But to me, my geezer hat here, which I wore in honor of the longest running rock band now in history. I chose to do Keith Richards for a reason. So it's Mick Jagger and Keith Richards here, in case I didn't mention that, and I may not have. We're talking about, this is one of the great writing combos of history as well. You know, Lennon and McCartney. You got to think that this has got to be right up there. But Mick Jagger is such a huge frontman. Not only can he sing, he's got those moves like Jagger, right? And just on-stage presence is dominating. He writes a lot of their music. And that combination of him and Keith Richards doing most of the songwriting here. Keith Richards is such a riff master. I can only think of maybe 4 or 5 guys that are in the same ballpark in the riff mastering section of the galaxy as him. Writes all this stuff too, some really great kind of catchy beats, that more memorable stuff than just about anybody out there. And then, Mick delivers those vocal parts that really shine as well. Like, he can do the quiet, subdued kind of stuff, but he can do that loud, aggressive stuff too. His voice is always very memorable too. You just, as soon as you hear Mick Jagger's voice, you know who that is. The band had a lot of sex appeal, and based on the way they looked, that shouldn't have happened, but it did because of the delivery of everything they did. They were great in concert, fantastic live stuff, one of the greatest runs of albums in history, I think. Just such a memorable band. And a lot of that has to do with this combo, this combo is still there together, working together. Some 60 years after the first time. And Keith Richards and Mick Jagger haven't always gotten along. They've had lots of stuff to say about each other over the course of the years. They're a very polarized group, these two. However, they can make some fantastic music, and they have. Even the stuff that they've been doing in the last decade or two, I don't even know if have they produced an album in the last decade or two? I don't think so. But even before that, coming up to that, they were still producing some pretty solid stuff, pretty solid stuff. It's pretty memorable stuff. I think their best period was during this period, but still fantastic. And always Keith Richards with those amazing riffs, man, just real catchy stuff. Oftentimes I can't remember the lyrics or the whole song with the Stone song, but I always remember those riffs that he made. So for today, our dynamic duo of Mick Jagger and Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones have to be on this list. So please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It's much appreciated, and we will be back on day 26, right? Yep, day 26 tomorrow. So enjoy your day and your evening, and we'll see you then. Bye.